I'm going to start just with a little personal truth that anyone who was at my workshop earlier will know, is that I am a nerd, big nerd, and it's been a real privilege being here and seeing a whole host of creative that I've never seen before. So thank you for that, for all of that inspiration and all of the talks as well. What I'm here to do, as mentioned, I'm Nicholas, and I'm part of Cannes Lions. I run one of our webinar series, inspiring people globally, and this is a redacted version of our official wrap-up from Cannes Lions 2024. So my plan is to take you along with me to nerd out about the kind of creative that we saw on the global stage this year. I've realized I don't have the clicker, and I probably need that. Would I be able to grab the clicker? Oh, I know where that's gone. I probably should have started by getting that. There it is. Bear with me. Cool. So, what I'm going to take you through are the 5 content streams that we had in Cannes this year. So I've used these to organize this session today. So we're going to start by looking at the cultural insights and the requirement to do your research in the creativity toolbox. We're then going to go into how brands have been loosening up in our trends and insights stream. Exploring how brands are nurturing winning talents and cultures, and then looking at new routes to effectiveness in the creative impact stream, and then ending with our innovation unwrapped and that lovely looking derpy dog. So we're going to kick off with the creativity toolbox and a great quote from Alexander Schill, who's the global creative officer and partner at Service Plan Group, who said to go really deep into what you want to tell before crafting. So in this stream, there were 4 talking points, but as Schill's advised, the one that I'm going to go into today is the need to do your research. And the piece featured here, which is 47 by Café Joyeux and Click Health Toronto, is a really good case in point in that. It's a set of coffee shops, a chain in France, that made a commitment to hiring individuals with intellectual and learning disabilities, and they made a case film that tells the story of one of their employees who has Down's syndrome. And it's a really good example of what Mark was actually chatting about earlier, of going into and finding niches of people requiring help and then scaling that later. And the campaign that I'm actually going to focus on, it's the only Pakistani campaign that I'm going to look at, comes from Easy Pacer and their work, the Audio Nikanama, which focused on 2 insights. The first, that 82% of the female population in Pakistan is unbanked. And the second, that 51%, around 60 million Pakistani women are illiterate. Now, they can't fix the illiteracy problem, but they've identified one of the major threats to a Pakistani woman's financial stability, and that is the Nikanama, the marriage contract. And they realized that if women aren't able to read that contract, there should be no stopping them from listening to it.
पढ़ी लिखी तो नहीं थी, मुझे पता भी नहीं था निकाहनामा क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता.
More than half of all Pakistani women cannot read, which means they cannot read their marriage contract, the Nikanama.
There is of course the question of literacy, which makes it difficult for them to even comprehend and understand what the text is, even if it is given to them. The issue is that people A, don't ask for it, B, they don't have access, and C, are not given access to the Nikanama.
Easy Paisa, Pakistan's leading mobile payment app, wanted to solve this problem and empower women with more control over their financial future. Introducing the Audio Nikanama, a simple solution to help women to understand their marriage contracts. An audio guide accessible to any Pakistani woman whether literate or illiterate, available on any phone. This tool enables a woman to state her terms, including her husband's financial responsibilities for her protection. Available in 6 different languages, the audio tool is accessible on all networks and in all regions of the country.
शादी से पहले निकाहनामा को समझना बेहद जरूरी है। शिक 18 ਤੇ 19 ਬਹੁਤ ਅਹਿਮ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਤਲਾਕ ਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ।
The message was disseminated across all media channels, including radio, broadcast, and even beauty parlors.
अब अपने इजी पैसा ऐप या मोबाइल फोन के जरिए हॉटलाइन नंबर पर कॉल करके ऑडियो निकाहनामा सुन सकती हैं।
अब खवातीन निकाहनामे पर दस्तखत करने से पहले सही से उसको समझ सकती हैं।
Audio Nikahnaama, empowering millions of Pakistani women to understand their marriage contracts.
Quite right. We're going to move then. This is a proper whistle-stop tour. So we're going to move on to our second insight now, which is the Insights and Trends stream. And this year saw a big shift in creative strategy with relatability, heart and humour taking the centre stage. So I have this quote from Abraham Varghese, who's the Chief Creative Officer at Digitas India, that summed up many of the trends in their session alongside their client, Duolingo. And they said that you need to give yourself permission to be irreverent, stay scrappy, and be abreast of culture. And this is a stream where we saw 5 themes develop, and one piece featured here that summed up 2 of them, which is comedy's comeback and being culturally fluid, is for Heineken by their agency Le Pub Milan. And they used misspellings and mispronunciations of the brand's name to celebrate their 150th anniversary. Called 150 Years of Whateverkin, they managed to lift their sales by 32%, showing that a light touch and sharing a joke with your audience can really unlock engagement and effectiveness. So we're going to take a look at comedy's comeback in a bit more detail, and a brand that's shown over the last few years that they understand the need for comedy comes from DoorDash. So we have this, which is DoorDash All the Ads, alongside Widening Kennedy Portland. And DoorDash wanted to prove that they could deliver more than just food to the American population. So it offered viewers the chance to win products from every ad that aired during the Super Bowl this year, whether that was food, or soap, or cars, or financial software. And to be in with a chance to win, all users had to do was enter a comically long promo code during the game. And we have that promo code here.
Enter this promo code here for a chance to win stuff from all of the ads. DoorDash-all-the-ads-2024- promo code. DoorDash can DoorDash pretty much anything. Dash a new Kia EV9, dash peanut butter M&Ms, dash Dinamita, dash Mountain Dew Baja Blast, dash BMW i5, dash Popeye's Chicken, dash YouTube TV, dash Oreo, dash Dove, dash Live, dash Love, dash I am not going to read all of this. It's a very long promo code. Just enter it at this website. Oh, and there's more.
And something that I mentioned in my session earlier was some facts from Noel Bunting, which is the Chief Creative Officer at Publicis London. And they shared this on the terrace stage, that if a brand uses humour, 80% of people are more likely to buy from the brand again. 72% of people are more likely to choose that brand over their competition. And 63% of people are more likely to spend more money on that brand. But 95% of business leaders are afraid of using humour in their communications. So it's something maybe worth considering. Moving then on to our next trend, the talent and culture. So we're going to start with 3 pieces of advice from Nick Law, who's the Chief Creative Chairperson of Accenture Song, which was to work with freaks, make scary stuff, and have some bloody fun. And when Law speaks about working with freaks, he was talking about anyone different to you, trying to get as many diverse opinions and thoughts in the room as possible. And we heard this a lot from many speakers, that homogeneity is a creative killer, and urging this creative community to mix things up. And one of these themes that came through loud and clear for us is all about taking risks and relinquishing control. This example that we have here from No Smiles, which is McDonald's Japan through TBWA Hakuhodo, showed this in action, where they encouraged their employees for the first time ever to be themselves at work, and they made it not compulsory for their employees to smile while they were at work. And we also saw this great example of taking risks and letting go from the Everyday Tactician, which was the winner of both the Direct Lions and the Entertainment Lions for gaming. It's a partnership through Xbox and the Sega-owned video game Football Manager, where they invited players of the game who have honed their skills in-game to apply for a real-world job as a performance tactician at the 5th tier football club Bromley FC. Let's take a look.
They're way ahead of us in size of club, in finance, and everything else.
Football Manager is the most realistic football simulator in gaming. You don't control the players, you manage the team.
I'm going to speak to the manager of Bromley FC, who wants to hire a gamer to join his backroom staff.
Today we're looking for Bromley's next tactician, and it could be you.
This is why I've been playing this game for like the past 20 years.
Cherche son nouvel entraîneur sur Football Manager.
It's like Moneyball, but with gamers.
Yo juego Football Manager 2024. This is a real job.
I gave myself about a 5% chance. Now I've recently found out I got the job.
I can already feel he wants to impress. I need to then just make sure he realises that, you know, this is a real-time, real job that we're doing.
In terms of what I kind of learned from Football Manager and what I brought into the job is analysing all of the data points.
It's effectively footballing chess. It's how you would manoeuvre the players on the pitch to get as much advantage as possible.
It's a low cross in towards Michael Cheek. Great opportunity, and it's into the back of the net. It's a hat-trick for Michael Cheek.
The impact of the business has been fantastic, just incredible numbers. Every club in the division is going to be looking at exactly the same thing.
I do think this could be my career for good.
Well done, lads. Get in there.
Right, cool, right? A good case study as well, something we've been chatting about, is ways of finding new talent, and a good alternative way of doing that. Next, we're going to talk about the Creative Impact Stream, and this was the second year that Walk have co-curated this stream with Lions, and there were some fairly heavy hitters on the programme. Mark Ritson joined us for the first time ever. We had John Hegarty alongside Orlando Wood from System 1, and this is a piece of statistics that David shared yesterday, which is, according to Wood and John Hegarty in their joint session, only 6% of the 750 billion spent annually on advertising is truly effective. In their session, The Next Creative Revolution, they shared that a golden age for advertising technology has not been a golden age for advertising effectiveness. We've almost forgotten that we have to interest people in the first place. So 4 themes that we saw in this impact stream, and the one that we're going to drill down on are the new routes to effectiveness. And we have a Silver Lion winner here for creative effectiveness, and this is from Budweiser and their campaign Bring Home the Bud, where 48 hours before the Football World Cup kicked off in Qatar, they were told that beer was not allowed to be served at any of the stadiums. So they had warehouses full of product that they weren't allowed to sell. So in a lightning fast pivot, they promised all of that beer to the winning country of the World Cup. And that was through Wieden & Kennedy Sao Paulo, and it saw them achieve a 70% share of voice amongst all sponsors at the World Cup. And we're actually going to highlight another World Cup winning campaign from this year, and this is from the Gold Creative Effectiveness Lines winner, and it comes from another food delivery app, interestingly, and that is Pedidos Ya. This is a food delivery app in Argentina, and it's their World Cup delivery initiative through GUT Buenos Aires, where they used the arrival of the World Cup trophy to Argentina to share a push notification with the whole country. Amazing result here. For every dollar they spent on media and production, the brand achieved a return of $62. And the Creative Effectiveness Lines juror Islam El Dasuki, who's the Coca-Cola Global VP of Creative, described this as product communication on steroids. Let's take a look.
Suddenly, I get a notification from Pedidos Ya. What the hell? I didn't order anything. I'm broke.
What the fuck? I got scammed.
I didn't order anything, pieces of shit!
Why did Pedidos Ya, the #1 delivery app in Argentina, send a fake push notification to all its users? Argentinians waited for the cup for 36 years. And finally, the national team delivered. The country was complete madness. But something was missing. The World Cup trophy.
People are waiting for the trophy.
At full speed, we cross-checked the flight number with public data from an aerospace traffic app and linked it to our delivery app. So right as the airplane wheels lifted off Qatar's soil, 6 million Pedidos Ya users took the bait. To everyone's surprise, the classic delivery map, instead of a cheeseburger, showed the World Cup's journey home, so every Argentinian could follow it in real time.
When I opened it, he moved me to tears, Pedidos Ya.
Clap, clap, clap. It was the cup.
I think I love you, Pedidos Ya.
Therefore, a simple push notification achieved something incredible, making Pedidos Ya have 32% more mentions than Messi. On the day the whole country was thinking of Messi and Argentina becoming champions, the Pedidos Ya hashtag reached the top of the trending chart organically, turning it into the most viral brand action of the World Cup. We reached more than half the country, and all of that with an investment of $0.
I also really enjoy the use of such an important piece of French music in that piece of work. And it neatly brings us on to the last section of today, which is all about innovation unwrapped. We had Elon Musk, the Chief Technology Officer at X, taking the stage on Wednesday in the Lumiere Theatre, and shared that this is the most interesting time in all of history, so enjoy the ride. And one of the themes that we saw, and perhaps unsurprisingly, as we've been talking about it over the last 2 days, that we're going to be focusing on is AI, in AI Comes to You. We saw that in a lot of the work, and we have a great example from a piece pictured here, which is Magnetic Stories, which took the Grand Prix in the Farmer Lines. It's by Area 23 in New York, and it generated a children's story that incorporated the sounds from an MRI machine. So all of the bangs, the crashes, the whirs became the sounds of robots and spaceships making MRI scans less frightening for children. And we also saw AI used in the Grand Prix winner for outdoor lions. This is adoptable by Pedigree, and it shows AI's effectiveness at scale for the creative industry. So it's an AI model powered by and created by Colenso BBDO in Auckland, and it lets shelter dogs, rescue dogs, feature in Pedigree's digital out-of-home. As soon as one of the dogs is rehomed, it's taken off rotation, and a new dog takes its place. I'll show you how it works now.
Nationwide animal shelters say they're approaching a crisis level.
Shelters are pleading for help, many now way over capacity.
Pedigree and Nexus Studios present Adoptable. Adoptable uses machine learning to transform a basic photo of a shelter dog into studio-quality photography. That shelter dog can then be inserted into any digital Pedigree ad. Each ad directs people to a personalized landing page. Here, they can learn more about the dog they just saw. And when adopted, that dog is instantly dropped out of media rotation. Now, every Pedigree campaign can feature an adoptable dog near you.
Adoptable is an AI model that is trained to understand the exact visual composition and the nuance of the specific dog. Fur length, body shape, and color identity can all be customized to match the individual dog waiting in the shelter, right down to its unique markings. And because the rig is fully augmentable, the dog can be positioned to suit any media format.
Currently, 1 in 5 adopted dogs are returned to shelters. Using geographic data like proximity to parks and household sizes, Adoptable matches dogs to the locations that suit them best.
Adoptable is transformational for us at Pedigree. Now, every dollar we spend on digital out-of-home will not only help to bring our products to the world, it will help bring adoptable dogs to the world too.
And despite all of the AI-led innovation that we saw this year, there was a genuine respect for what talented and creative people still bring to the table. Alexander Chen, who is a director at Google's Creative Lab, shared that no matter how much AI improves, it is not a marketer, it does not have taste, and it does not have ingenuity, and that's what sets all of you apart. Thank you so much indeed for your time. If you are interested in getting access to this inspiration or simply want to nerd out with me, my email address is there, or please find me afterwards. Thank you again.